Welcome to my live show. Now, session there, share. Hey guys, please, if you are watching me right now, please share my videos. I beg, share my videos. Okay, let me just give like 1 minute to those that haven't joined us so they can join us. Please share my videos, please, please, please. Let me. Hey guys, please, that if you share my videos, please. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my live program. Um, thank you so much for honoring my invitation. Please, I'm not yet. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. I can see one person has joined already. Please, if you're watching me for the very first time, you know how we do all the newbies. Please subscribe to my channel, please, and share my videos on Facebook, on WhatsApp, please. I said I'm starting at 4 p.m. and it's exactly 4 p.m. So, okay. Okay, so guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about the power of education. The power of education, and specifically um the power of female education. All right, let me just give some minutes for people to join in. Please join in, please join in. Okay, I can see two people already join in. All right guys, so in today's video, like I said, we are going to be talking about the power of education, and specifically, thank you the third person for joining in. Thank you so much. um we are going to be talking about the power of education, like I said, and specifically the power of female education. But before I start, I want to first of all welcome all my subscribers. Thank you so much guys for honoring my invitation. I am honored. All right, and if you're watching me for the very first time, please do subscribe, share, like, and comment. Let me know you are around. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to read a story. This is a real life story, guys. It's not something that is just a made up story. No, no, it's a real life story, something that happened in Pakistan. All right, something that happened in Pakistan. So I want to read out the story so that whatever I'm talking about, you will relate it to this real life story. You understand that it is the female education is very important. So what I would do is I would just do me a favor and be attentive. Just be attentive to what I'm going to read right now. Um, so that at the end of the day we are going to discuss and better understand this topic. Okay, so I have it here on my laptop. I'm not going to be looking at you, so I'll just concentrate on my laptop and read. Please just give me your ears, just give me your ears and be attentive. Okay, so let me read out the story. Okay, so this is like I said, this is a story, something that happened in Pakistan. It's a real life story. I don't know if you have heard of Malala before, but if you haven't heard of Malala before, what she did as far as female education is concerned, then I believe in this video you're going to learn about Malala and what she did. Okay, so let me read out the story so that you can better understand. So now this is the story. So the story I am about to discuss is about a girl who stood up for education but was shot. Now I want to just give brief headline about this story and just define a word I will be using so that you can better understand when I'm using it. So this story about Malala is just about a young lady that fought for female education in Pakistan. The area where she's from, or the area where all these things were going on, is known as Swat. So Swat is in Pakistan. So Malala fought for female education. Like we have the Taliban. The Taliban is a group of brutal young men that decided that whatever they would do would be to their own interest. Decided to close down female schools, and left only the male schools. So they decided that females will not be going to school. No school for the girls, only for the boys. So they shut down all the schools that belongs to the female and left only those that belongs to the male. So the Taliban were just doing these things for their own interest. All right, they were doing these things for their own interest. So the government was not in support of this. Okay, so they were actually in conflict with the government. The government was not in support of what the Taliban, which are a group of brutal young men that carried out activities just in their favor, or they just did what pleased them, not in favor of the society or the youth of that society or Pakistan, because this thing actually happened in Swat, Pakistan. All right, so let me read out the story so you can better understand. Okay, so this is a story. The story I'm about to discuss is about a girl who stood up for education but was shot. I am Malala, the girl who stood up for education but was shot by the Taliban. Okay, so this is a story. Let me read the story. The story is about a young girl who saw the need for education and stood up for it, but was shot. She discovered that the girl child education in their area was neglected. She was known as Malala. She left the girl child. She felt the girl child was not really given the attention as far as education is concerned. They were reduced and underestimated. But Malala wanted to go to school. She wanted to be a doctor, so she stood up to fight for the girl child right. Malala was a very young guys. Please do me a favor and share my videos. I beg. If you are in our um WhatsApp group, please, all the YouTubers, please share my videos in the group. I beg. There's no way I can go back and start sharing the video. I beg. Oh my God, Daddy Pew, thank you so much for coming. Oh my God, Mr. Peter Bellis, thank you so much for attending. I can see oh my God, I can't read it, but I see something start. Thank you so much for coming in. Alright. Okay, so let me just continue. Please, Daddy Pew, you know how we do. Please help me and share my videos in the group, in the WhatsApp group. I beg of you, even on Facebook. Please do me a favor and share my videos, because there's no way I can go back and start sharing. Okay, so let me continue with what I was reading. So Malala wanted to go to school. She wanted to be a doctor, so she stood up to fight for the girl child right. Malala was a very young and beautiful girl who got extraordinary courage to break the shackles of patriarchy and then put up her voice for girls' education in Swat, Pakistan. Remember, guys, this thing happened in Pakistan. All of these things happened in Pakistan. Okay, for the girls' child education in Swat, Pakistan. She was a brave girl in Swat, Pakistan. Swat Valley, the land of waterfalls. Okay, let me continue reading. Please, if there is any point you're not understanding as I'm reading, please tell me so I can read again, because I really want you to get this story, because it's a real life story. It's not just a made up story. It's something that actually happened. And if you go even on YouTube and you check this story, just type Malala, the girl who fought for female education and was shot by the Taliban, you are going to see the story about Malala. Okay, so let me continue reading. I'm using my laptop, so please just be patient so I can scroll down to where I stopped. Okay. The Taliban cut schools for female children to be closed. Remember what I said about the Taliban? The Taliban, who the Taliban are? It's a group of brutal young men that in Pakistan. So they closed down all the school, they shut down all the school and left only the school meant for the male children. Okay, so they didn't want the female children to go to school. So those are the Taliban, those are the group of persons I call Taliban. Okay, so the Taliban caused schools for female children to be closed, while that of male children were still open for the boys to continue with their education. There was only one school for female children left, with few girls, and that was the time Malala wrote a speech to the principal and to the government. She had nothing to fight with. Her only weapon was her voice and blocks. She cried out in her speech saying, "Why is the peace of this country destroyed? Why is the girl education in this country destroyed?" Yes, it was that bad that Malala had to cry out for her voice to be heard. She said the peace of the valley is destroyed, the peace of the innocent people attacked. That was because if you make any attempt, guys, to send your girl child to school, you will be killed. She continued in her speech saying, the school is now a place of violence and death instead of a place of learning. That the idyllic, which was a valley of peace, is burning. She said in her speech that their lives have been destroyed. She said their lives must be restored, that peace must come back to their land. Let me continue. So Malala called a special assembly for the girl children to protest as far as education is concerned. Everyone was leaving Swat to another place. Everyone was leaving Swat to another place to continue. Oh my God, not again. You are not going to embarrass me because I'm not taking this from you. This Cameroon network, I hope you not embarrass me. Okay, so guys, let's continue. So everyone in Swat, Pakistan was actually leaving the Pakistan to another place to continue with their education. Now you still see me. With their education. But Malala's father refused to leave, saying he has gone through a lot in this country, that he cannot leave it, especially as Swat is in trouble. But staying back in Swat was not good for Malala because it would destroy her dreams. Malala's father believed so much in Malala, saying her daughter can create a better place for the society. Now, Malala's father wanted her to become a politician, but Malala said she wants to become a doctor. But the situation of the country did not make things any easier for her. Malala made her bedroom as classroom, and she said, they cannot stop me. She said she would get her education either at home, at school, or any place. When the Taliban saw that they couldn't stop Malala plans, they waged a war, and all the people of Swat had to run for their lives. It was not easy for Malala's father to convince her for them to leave Swat to another place. But eventually, they left Swat. The war continued back in Swat as the government fought to send away the Taliban or kill them, because the Taliban were actually the ones who started the troubles and the war. Due to the war and no hope, Malala made up her mind to become a politician. Remember, Malala wanted to be a doctor. But now, due to the war and everything happening around, and how she could not have the opportunity to continue with her education and be a doctor as she wanted, she now decided to become a politician in order to go back to their country and fight the Taliban. Okay guys, let me continue. So she made up her mind to become a politician in order to go back to her country and fight for her country. And after 3 months, there was good news that some of the Taliban were killed and the people of Swat can return back to Swat. Everyone was happy. Malala's family was finally reunited. So at that time, Malala, her father, with other grassroots activists were invited to meet Richard Holbrooke President Obama's staff official in the region. They had a meeting, asked of Malala's age, and she said she was 12 years old at that time. And they asked of her request, and this is what these were. Okay, these were Malala's words when the President Obama's staff official asked what she really wanted them to do for her. So this is what she said. I would request you all, respected ambassador. Okay, guys, so sorry. Okay, so she said she will request Mr. Richards to help them with female education in their country. And Mr. Richards said they have pledged over $1 billion, and they are working with the government to make a place for education for the girls. But the issue is the war. The war has destroyed a lot in Swat. Okay, President Obama's staff official said they are ready to help with this. They are ready to help the female education in Swat, Pakistan. But the issue is that this war that the Taliban has caused, fighting and not wanting the female education, has actually caused a lot, that it has destroyed a lot in Swat. Okay. But they promise to do their best. The government continue looking for the rest of the Taliban to eliminate them and free Swat from them. After 6 months, Malala's school was reopened and all the girls of Swat went to school in secret. And after the recovery of the school, Malala went and made a public speech saying, this is what Malala said after they recovered the school and the female children were actually schooling in secret. And now she made a speech, and this is what she said. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. Malala refused to be silent, and she fought for her right to an education. Now, guys, on October 9, 2012, when Malala she was shot on the head. The Taliban shot Malala on the head when they discovered that the female children were actually going to school in secret after she fought with them. Now, they shot her on the head at point blank range while riding the bus home from school. Few expected her to survive. Unfortunately, Malala made a miraculous recovery, taking her on an extraordinary journey. And after recovery, Malala went and spoke in front of the United Nations in New York about the importance of female education. She still insisted on this statement. Okay, guys, so this is what she said after her recovery. She spoke to the United Nations in New York about the importance of education. She still insisted on this. One child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world. So that is Malala's story. Now, guys, in my own opinion, this story is just like what Malala said in her speech. One child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world. And it is true. This is a lesson to the world. And a particular gender cannot be neglected. And we keep looking at it. One person should be able to stand and fight. We should be able to be patient and also fight for our right, because I believe we all have rights as human beings in this world. Not some particular people, not some particular gender, or some particular country. So I think, guys, this story is to inspire us and serve as a motivation to us and everyone around the world. Finally, is to say that one voice, guys, one voice from Malala's story. Finally, this is to say that one voice, guys, can change the world. So that is Malala's story. I really hope you understand. If you really don't understand anything about Malala's story, please just state it at the comment section. I will read and I will answer you. So Malala fought. Like, this girl was really, but I admire her courage, guys. Like, the Taliban swore that they will not allow female education in that country. Rather, they wanted just the male to be schooling, and they felt like, no, education is not meant for the female. Like, the female will end up in the kitchen, they will end up having babies, they will end up getting married, and their rule in the society is just to get married, have children, and in the kitchen, forgetting to know that the female have more. There is more that the female have to give to the society, not just giving birth to children, not just getting married, or better still just ending up in the kitchen. So guys, that is just Malala's story and what happened in Pakistan. It's a real life story, guys. It's not something that is made up. Like I said, you can always go on YouTube and check there. Okay, it's a real life story, and I really admire this girl for fighting for the female education. And at the end of the day, what happened, the female were able to continue with their education. So guys, I really feel that education is the most empowering force in the world. Yeah, I feel that education is the most empowering force in the world. Now when I talk of education being the most empowering force in the world, what do I mean? First, I will state out the reasons why I said this. The first thing is education creates knowledge. Guys, education creates knowledge. What do I mean by education creates knowledge? Now, there are some certain things in life that people only know them through education. Yeah, people will only know them through education, the knowledge gotten through education. You know, there can be some situations in life, or you can actually be having a convo with somebody, or in a group with some group of people, and there is a particular way you are supposed to act, or you're supposed to talk. And if you haven't gotten this knowledge through education, you're just going to talk anyhow. If you compare an illiterate person with a literate person, you see the way they talk or react to situation is very different. It's very different. Like some certain things can happen, and a literate person will just understand that no, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. But an illiterate will be like, no, it's not okay. It's not okay. Like you can actually smite someone, like for instance, guy, and a literate person will understand that no, this could be a mistake. She didn't do this on purpose. Yeah, this could just be a mistake. But an illiterate, maybe you just end up receiving a slap for smashing that person's leg. Yeah, you an illiterate will feel like no, I don't think this is a mistake. I think she actually did this on purpose. But with the knowledge gotten through education, somebody that is illiterate will understand that no, this can actually be a mistake, and all the person expect from you is just a sorry. Okay, but another person that hasn't gone to school or gotten education will not take it that way. There are some things in life that happens, and people understand that no, this is life, this is meant to happen. Problems are bound to happen. This is something that is just natural. It's obviously it's going to happen. A literate will understand all these things. Somebody that has gotten knowledge through education will understand all these things. But somebody that is an illiterate will just feel like, oh, the world has come to an end, blah 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 blah, and will not really understand anything that is happening around. Okay, but that is why I say education education creates knowledge. Now, the next reason why I say this is our confidence. Why do I say so? Guys, there are some certain things you can actually get involved in, or you can actually be talking with someone. You say these things boldly with confidence. You know it's true. You know what you have learned. You know the kind of knowledge you have gotten through education. Like somebody can say, okay, let's say Edo State is in Nigeria, confidently, right? Because true knowledge, this person knows that the person is so confident and bold saying this. Oh, the person can just say Douala is in Cameroon with all boldness, like confidently saying this. Why? Because he or she has this knowledge. He or she has gotten this knowledge that Douala is in Cameroon, and no matter what you say, right? But somebody that is not really educated or doesn't have this will say Douala is in Cameroon, but is doubting. The person is not confident about what he or she is saying. Yeah, because it doesn't really have knowledge about these things. But somebody that is knowledgeable, that is educated, will say this thing confidently, ask him or her to prove, and he or she is going to prove. Douala is in Cameroon, that is it. That is it confidently. Yeah, because he or she knows that this what I'm saying is true through the knowledge that this person has gotten through education. The next reason why I said education is an empowering force is that education as well break down barriers to opportunities. Now, when I say education break down barriers to opportunity, guys, what do I mean? Now, when talking, I always like to take real life situations, because I believe that when we use real life situations or examples, we will better understand these things. Now, let's take for instance, those that are based in Cameroon here, you know, very soon the GCE will, like the GCE will come to an end. That's the writing part, and now they will need to mark. Now they will need people for this secretarial work. Now this is what they said, that you need to have at least advanced level before applying for this secretarial work, right? Now look at somebody that doesn't have any certificate. Look at somebody that is not educated and doesn't have any of this certificate, doesn't have advanced level, doesn't have a degree, doesn't have even O level. Guys, do you think this person is going to apply for that position? Don't you see that this is a barrier? This is standing as a barrier for that person. This is an opportunity that maybe this person is looking for a job, and this is an opportunity that that person was supposed to grab. But now the fact that you are not educated, the fact that you have no certificate or the required certificate, this is a barrier to you. So that is why I said education breaks down barriers to opportunity. So another person that already has this certificate through education, it's very easy for this person. All he or she needs to do is just go there and apply, because he has the certificate that is required. And by so doing, you see that it has broken down the barrier to that opportunity. So there is no more barrier to that opportunity because of the fact that this person has gotten education, and through that education this person has gotten his or her certificate. So you see that this person is going to apply for that secretarial work. But another person that doesn't have this certificate, this is a barrier to that person, because there is no way you can get there to the GCE board and you start explaining yourself, oh, I did not go to school, oh, this and that, just take me for the job, just look at me and take me for the job. Nah. What they need is that advanced level, at least the advanced level certificate that you will use to apply for that secretarial work at the GCE board. If you don't have it, then that is the barrier to opportunities. Opportunities you are supposed to grab. It's no longer possible. It's not possible. Why? Because limitation due to lack of knowledge through education. You haven't gotten the certificate because you are not educated. So guys, that is just what I mean by education is an empowering force in the world or in the society. All right, now let's look at why is education the most powerful weapon. Guys, if somebody tells you education, excuse me guys, okay, so guys, if somebody say education is the most powerful weapon, what do you understand by that? Now let's look at what Nelson Mandela said, because I'm going to name two people here. I'll say what Nelson Mandela said and what Solomon Oti said. So these two people said something related to education. That is why I am using them. Now this is what Nelson Mandela said. Nelson Mandela made it clear that education is the key to eliminate gender inequality. Nelson Mandela made it clear that education is the key to eliminating gender inequality. Guys, this is so true. Like for instance, in my village, I know families, right, that would tell you that the fact that you are a female, when you finish primary 7 or primary 6, my daughter, you are going to get married. Because me, I'm not seeing the need for you going to school. At the end of the day, you get married, have children, and you end up in the kitchen. Like they have already built a wall. They have made a fence. They have built a wall and placed women in it. Build a wall and place men in it. Like they are actually the ones determine what becomes of a woman and what becomes of a man, just because you are a male or a female. That's gender inequality. So I know families that like when their children like completed primary 7, they said, oh yeah, you are a female now. You know, in those days, before they want to complete primary 7, they are big girls and boys. Not nowadays that somebody complete class 6 and you're still asking, when have you started school? Have you started primary school? You understand? But in those days, people will complete primary and they are so big. That's big men and women that they will just leave primary 7 and they will just get married. But nowadays, somebody will even be in the university and you are still asking, like like somebody will meet me and be asking if which form are you? Like, are you in form? Like, are you in form 5? Are you in upper seat? Oh yeah. Oh my God! But in those days, they'll just look at you as you are finishing primary 7. Somebody's already asking for your hand in marriage. But nowadays, as people finish primary 6, because now school in Cameroon ends at primary 6, right? So people finish primary 6, and you're still asking if they was when would they start primary 1? Do you get? So some people will actually just, when their children or their male children just finish primary 6, will actually just take them, go and learn hairdressing, God, and you have that passion, you want to continue with your education, but the fact that you are a female, your parents, and not that they don't have money, they are not doing this thing because they don't have money, but just because you are a female. That's gender inequality, right? You are a female, so they say, oh, okay, you are, since you are still small, you just finish your primary six and you're still small, we cannot say go and get married. So what you do for me, my daughter, is you go and be learning hairdressing. So when you finally reach 16 or 17, then you go and look for a man and get married to, or you go and learn tailoring and so on and so forth, just because you are a female. And now the male, when when the male child finish primary 7, they say, oh, my son, which secondary school do you want to attend? Is it Longla? Is it Progressive? Is it GTHS and so on? Is it Salvation? Is it Somerset? And so on and so forth. Just that's gender inequality. So Nelson Mandela is saying that education is the key to eliminating gender inequality, because me, I feel that now if your parents that are either male or female, like both of them, if they are able to acquire education, this knowledge, they will never discriminate. They will never say, oh, because this is my daughter, she go and get married, because this is a son or my son, let him continue with his education, and this daughter go and get okay. So like Nelson Mandela said, I really do agree to what he is saying. Education is the key to eliminating gender inequality. So guys, I really hope you understand that Nelson Mandela's point. So the next point, what he said was, education reduces poverty. Guys, I really do believe in this. Look at somebody that is a literate and somebody that is an illiterate. Just bring them together, give them 5,000. The way that person that is an illiterate will reason, my God, and the way that this person that is a literate will reason is different. They are two different things, guys. They are two different things. Like the person that is a literate will say, okay, now that I've gotten this 5,000, maybe I should invest. Yeah, maybe I should put this 5,000 into something in one week, 2 weeks, or 1 month time. It will yield me some interest. Yeah, but an illiterate will start calculating. If I want to put my money in that bank, and the bank goes bankrupt or something, or closes down, what will I do? If I do this, I'll need to start managing this money. Maybe I should be eating 100 francs every day. All right, maybe I should start. You see the way the illiterate, that's an uneducated person, you see the way this person is thinking is quite different from like an illiterate is ready to take risks. Like he knows that it's even riskier, like what they taught her in school. It's even riskier not to take risks. Life itself is a risk, guys. Life itself is risky. Yeah, life itself, just you walking, like, okay, let me visit a friend, it's risky because something can happen to you on the way. Yeah, so an educated somebody will understand that it's even riskier not to take risks. So this person would think of the kind of business that is going to invest this 5,000 francs in, that will yield him or her interest in some weeks or some months time. But an illiterate, nah, you can't do that with an illiterate, right? You even bring that kind of a topic to an illiterate, it's like you guys will end up having problem or fighting. Yes, because to him it reasons like that poverty mentality will be like, what if I invest and the business doesn't work, and what if it works? What if it works? So that's how an illiterate will just reason. Always one-sided, like always one-sided. He just doesn't want something that will go wrong. He just doesn't see the opportunity that lies ahead of him or her. Okay, so I think this Nelson Mandela's point is actually good, because education reduces poverty. Now look at this person that is a literate, that actually goes and invests this money. You see that in 1 week, 2 weeks, or 1 month's time, this money is going to yield interest, and it's going to add to the money that he or she had at first. But look at this illiterate somebody, or this an uneducated person that refused to invest this money, decided to be eating maybe managing 100 francs. At the end of the day, the money will still get finished, and you come back to your poverty state, and you start looking at the other person. That what happened? Is it magic? Is it did you enter somewhere? Did you involve yourself somewhere? So that is just it. Okay, so let's look at the next point. What Nelson Mandela, he said, education prevents needless deaths and illnesses. I really do agree to that. Now let me explain this point. Education prevents needless deaths, unnecessary deaths and illnesses. Look at, in those days, people would die of malaria and typhoid. People would die of malaria and typhoid. Okay, but nowadays people are so educated. You have doctors, you have nurses that before you through education they are able to discover medicines that can cure typhoid, medicines that can cure malaria, medicines that can cure other diseases, even is it sugar or what, sorry guys, fentanyl. Let me say sexually transmittable diseases. All right, they have discovered all these things, chlamydia, syphilis, they have discovered through education. We now have doctors, we now have nurses, we now have gynecologists. At first guys, at first somebody will get pregnant, you will not know the sex of that child. Yeah, you don't know the sex of that child until the day you go to the hospital and you give birth. Sometimes they even give birth in their house, they will not know, right? But nowadays, like they will just go to the market, they start buying dresses. All right, they just mix, buy for female, buy for male, because they don't even know the sex of the child, right? But nowadays you are able to go to the hospital if you are pregnant to check out, is it a boy or a girl, and you know the kind of dresses you'll be buying for your children, or if they are twin, you now know what to be buying, right? For the child you're carrying. Okay, so it's through education. Education helps to prevent needless deaths and illnesses, because now through this education we now have doctors, nurses that discover cures for this malaria and typhoid. But in those days, like back then in the village, like around, let's say around 11 like that, some families will start pushing their family members in trucks, this cerebral malaria, and at the end of the day you hear that they have beaten somebody. You hear that they have beaten somebody, or somebody is dead because of malaria, because of it. But nowadays guys, it's very difficult to hear that somebody died because of malaria or typhoid. It's very difficult. The cases are rare, it's rare, it's difficult to hear such a thing, because now through education we now have people, doctors and nurses that have discovered a cure for all of these things, and it helps now to prevent all these needless deaths and illnesses. Yes, so we also have a situation where now through education people understand that if I sit in the house and I'm not feeling fine, I have headache, I have pains in my stomach, through knowledge you know that I cannot sit and then and wait until this situation gets severe before I rush to the hospital. Now I need to go through knowledge or through education. You now understand that if I feel this kind of pain, what I should do is rush to the hospital and check out what is wrong with me, so that I can get the treatment if there is anything wrong. But if and it, like guys, an illiterate will just be like, maybe it's the farm, maybe it's the farm, maybe it's the work, maybe it's this, that I work too much, and at the end of the day he or she will wait until when this sickness or this illness gets severe, and now rush to the hospital, and before you know they say this person is dead. Why? Lack of knowledge. True, because of this person was not educated. But an educated person will understand that I can't wait for these pains to get severe. I have to rush to the hospital now, so that whatever that is disturbing me can be treated. Okay, or the lab test can be done and can be treated. So that is it. So when you see all these things happening, you see that it is the help of education. Because of the knowledge we have gotten through education, we are able to prevent needless deaths and illnesses. All right, now Nelson Mandela said again that it's education creates a sustainable planet. Okay, to me I feel like if everybody in the society is educated, guys, the world will be a better place to be in. People will reason, like I know no two people can act the same, no two people can really reason the same. But now guys, when you have knowledge on some certain things, there are some things that happen, and all of us, that we are educated, like some certain things that happen, right? All of us, we are on one, like we are on one page. Yes, because this is something that an educated, if you are educated, you understand that this is how it's supposed to be. Yeah, so if everybody is educated in the society, I feel like the world or the society or the country will be a better place to live in. Okay, so the next, what Nelson Mandela said is, it foster peace. Education foster peace. Guys, this is something that is very, a point that is very important. Now look at a literate person and an illiterate. Let me take for instance, in families, when something happen, or when a quarrel or call, fights and so on and so forth, a literate, somebody that is a literate, will understand that the knowledge he has gotten through education, this person will understand that these things are bound to happen. There is no way you can put 2 or 3 people in a room, or 5 people in a room, or in a family, and they don't quarrel, they are bound to have misunderstanding. A literate will understand this. If a literate is among them quarreling or fighting, he or she will understand and try to bring peace. He or she will understand that no, these things are bound to happen. We are human. There are things you will do that will get on my nerves, and at the end of the day, I will lose my mind and start talking, blah blah blah. And a literate, someone that is a literate will understand that no, this thing, I all we need, there is this saying that nothing past arrangement. Yeah, a literate will understand that all we need to do is talk about it. But an illiterate, oh my god, an eye for an eye, an eye for an eye. So if you touch me, I touch you. Insult me, I insult you. You slap me, I slap you. Like, guys, illiterate will not an uneducated person or group of will not understand this thing. That peace. What's peace? If you fight me, I fight you. You insult me, I insult. But a literate, someone that is a literate will understand that these things are bound to happen, and tries to calm down the situation and try to bring peace in the family. Okay, so I really think education foster peace, as Nelson Mandela just said. All right, guys. After saying this, let's look at 5 benefits of education. Let's look at 5 benefits of education. Now, the first benefit I stated here is healthier lifestyle. It boils down to the point where I said education prevents needless deaths and illnesses. Yeah, it's also attached to that point. Why? Because if you have knowledge that there are some certain things happening to you that you need to rush to the hospital, or you lack some certain things in your system, or you lost appetite, or you're eating too much, or something is happening to your body, and so on and so forth, you will understand that you need to rush to the hospital, or there are some certain things you need to take in order to be okay. All right, so or there are some things you need to do. Maybe you need to do sport in order to be okay. So you see that all these things contribute to a healthy living or healthier lifestyle. Okay, the second point I wrote is socializing and networking. An educated person will understand that. For instance, I want to use real life situation, practical. All right, so an educated person will understand that if I'm invited for a birthday party, if my friend invite me for a birthday party, it's not like you are attending everything, you're being invited, or like anything they invite you just go. But I'm just taking, for example, your best friend invites you for an occasion, for a wedding, birthday party, traditional marriage, whatsoever, that you know that is very important to the person. If you're really educated, or you have knowledge, you understand that this is very important for me to attend. Yes, you understand the importance of honoring an invitation. You understand the importance of socializing. If you really get knowledge through education, guys, you understand the importance of socializing. You understand what you can benefit from socializing. But an illiterate person will just be like, oh, wait, what am I even waiting? What am I even going there to do? When maybe you not even eat. Guys, like some people, you invite people for occasion, they will start thinking, what would they even cook? They start asking you, what will you cook? Would there be chicken? Would there be meat? Would there be pork? Would there be arrow? Like Sawestiners, they'll start asking you if there will be arrow or gari and soup. Yes, they will start asking you if there is arrow and with some nyama inside. Yes, they will start asking all those type of question. Now they are coming there to eat, not to even honor the invitation you get to them. They are thinking of their benefit, what they will benefit if they come there. That's, they are thinking of their belly. That's it. But a literate will understand that, okay, my presence is needed. My presence is needed. This person is my friend. I need to support him. I need to support her. Okay, so the next point I stated was pursuing your passion. Guys, you can actually have passion for something, but because of lack of knowledge through education, guys, you're just limited on one spot. People, and especially when you have people that are always discouraging you, telling you cannot do it, telling you are not fit for this, telling you nah, this thing is not meant for you, nah, you can't do this now. Just looking at you can't even do it. You see, because of lack of knowledge, like the Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. Yeah, if you're educated, you understand that there is nothing you will do in this world that people will not talk. You have the people that will discourage you, you have the people that will encourage you. What matters is, ask yourself, where are you going to? Is this my passion? Like, education helps you to understand all these things and pursue your passion. But if you're not educated, you will listen to all the negativities happening around. You listen to all the negative things people are saying that you can't do this, and at the end of the day you kill that passion and you don't follow what you really want to do in life. But through education, the knowledge you've gotten from education, you understand that, oh, whatever, people will always talk. If I want to pursue my passion, people will always talk. Maybe you want to be an actress, maybe you want to be an actor, a lawyer, a teacher, name it. People will always talk and tell you the disadvantages of being a lawyer. Lawyers lie a lot. Lawyers, when we were small, I don't know if it's still true, they will tell us that when you die, this is how they'll bury you. Guys, and I was so afraid, like, if any of my family member wants to be a lawyer, I'll be like, please don't do this to us. We don't want to bury you upside down. Do you get? So somebody wants to be a lawyer and is so afraid of such things and get that kind of negativity around, you see that the person will just give up. But when you have knowledge through education, guys, nothing can stop you. Pursue it. You pursue your passion. You pursue what you are passionate about. That is just the importance of education, guys. That's the benefit of education. Thank you so much, Mr. Feta Belly. Thank you for finding my story very interesting. Okay, so the next point I stated was, the next point I stated was more employment benefits. Guys, oh my god, thank you so much. It's because of the level of education in Zimbabwe. Okay, I can't even read that. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Peter Belly. All right, so thank you, thank you, thank you, my Sandra. Mr. Positive, thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, the next point, guys, is more employment benefits. Remember, I'm giving 5 benefits of education. I've given 3 already. We have healthier lifestyle, we have socializing and networking, we have pursuing your passion, and we have more employment benefit. Guys, what do I mean by more employment benefit? I know you guys already understand what I'm trying to say. Look, let me just do the practical stuff. Real life, right? This is an illiterate, this is illiterate. Now, or maybe we are working on a way and we see like workers are needed, right? Workers are needed in this company. We have seen about 4 companies where workers are needed. Maybe accountants, maybe managers, maybe cashiers, and so on and so forth. Now, guys, who do you think is going to have a opportunity for this employment? Of course, is the person that has that certificate, is that educated person that has that certificate through education, guys, is that person that has a certificate through education that will rush to apply for that job. And this person that is an illiterate, there is no way this person can apply. He doesn't have a certificate because of no education. So you see that education gives you more opportunity or benefits for employment. So you see that this person is going to rush and apply in 3 or 4 companies to see which one they are going to, like, which one will call him or her. But this other person that is an illiterate, there's no way. There's no way you can apply. You may be looking for a job, and the only thing now you'll be looking is for, where is the notice where they're showing house help needed. Yeah, house help needed, cleaners needed, and so on and so forth. That's the kind of opportunities illiterates will be looking for, or uneducated people will be looking for. You walking on the way with illiterate, an illiterate and illiterate walking on the way, illiterate will be looking for notice like, accountants needed, cashiers needed, lawyers needed, and so on and so forth. But an illiterate, house help needed, cleaners needed, and so on and so forth, guys. So you see that if you're working on the way and you know that this person with this certificate can actually work as a house help, can actually work as a cleaner, right? And at the same time, like you can actually apply for this work, right? And at the same time apply for the position of the cashier or whatever he studied in school or having certificate in, right? But this person that is an illiterate is limited only to that, being like he just has to go for the house help, just have to go for the cleaner and so on, or babysitting and so on and so forth. So you see that because of education, this person that has this certificate has now more opportunity or benefits for employment. So you see the importance of education. Okay, guys, so the last point for the benefits of education is career advancement. career advancement. Guys, look at a situation where you are in a particular position, right? And you really want to top up your career. You really want to be at the top of your career. You feel like you are not doing your best. You feel like this is not you, right? The real you is, yeah, you feel like you have not really shown this to the society. So at this point, if you have knowledge through education, you understand that okay, maybe I should look for some, let's say maybe some courses online to further my education, to so my career can be advanced. Maybe I should attend some classes, some extra classes. Maybe I should read some notes, some books, so that I can actually top up my career. I can actually get more understanding on how to advance my career or be at the top of my career. You see that somebody that is knowledgeable through education will be able to go through this, but somebody that is not knowledgeable through education, an illiterate and uneducated person will just feel like, oh, I'm okay, this level I am, I give all glory to God, I am so happy at this level. But inside that person feels like, but I still have more inside of me to give out to the society. I still have this passion to advance my career. I still have a lot to give to the society. But that knowledge is not there to understand that he or she can actually maybe take some courses online, or maybe go attend some classes, some private classes or extra classes, or just read some books in order to top up his career, or do some training, go in for some training or voluntary services in order to be at the top of his or her career. So guys, those are the 5 benefits of education. Okay guys, we are almost at the end of the program, but before we end, remember I wanted to talk about Solomon Odzie. Now let's look at who Solomon Odzie is. And I said the 2 people I mentioned with education, but these are the 2 people I choose to talk about their contribution to education. Now let's look at who Solomon Odzie is. Solomon Odzie, who made the statement that education is the key to success in life, and teachers make a lasting impact in the lives of their students. Now guys, let me read again. Solomon Odzie is that person who made a statement that education is the key to success in life, and teachers make a lasting impact in the lives of their students. Guys, is this statement not true? Especially this last statement where it states that teachers make a lasting impact in the lives of their students. Guys, whatever you are today, if you are a manager, if you are a doctor, if you are a nurse, if you're a lawyer, magistrate, whatever you are, guys, is it not the help of teachers? Even teachers themselves, it's because even as a teacher, guys, even as a teacher, you have once been, so another teacher impacted this knowledge in you. So it's the help of teachers. So teachers are very, very important in the society, guys. Don't ever underlook saying that it is students, which we all know is true. Of course, guys, we all know is true. Whatever we are today is because of the help of teachers. And even you teachers is because of the help of another teacher. Because all of us, you as a teacher, you have once been a student. You have once been a student and being taught by another teacher before getting to the position where you are today. So guys, that's just it about the 2 people that contributed to education. Now this is what I want to say, guys. Women have more to offer in the society. Don't create a continue with the primary 6 or 7, right? To even go to primary school, they will tell you, okay, if you are a female, just know that you just after that you just go and get married. Okay, when you are 15, 16, 17, you just go and look for a husband and get married. Because your place is in the kitchen, all right? At the end of the day, your place is in the kitchen, and you start giving babies. So you have, guys, women have so much. Remember this saying. What a man can do, a woman can do it even better. Please, I hope I'm not offending some people in this platform. I hope I'm not offending some people, but the truth is that there are families that some women act better than men. They will provide better than men. They will behave, like the way they will respond to situation, the way they will do things better. They are so active, better than men. Women, guys, have so much to offer to the society. They can be doctors, they can be nurses, they can be teachers, they can be evangelists, pastors, lawyers, just name them. Whatever a man can be, even presidents. In some countries, guys, women are presidents. Yeah, women are presidents. So please stop all this. Wipe out this mental. If you have that kind of thing in your family, please go and advise your parents. Or please don't do that to your children. Please don't do this to your children, because it will not be good at all. There are things that your girl child will do that your male child will not do. That's the simple truth. So please, whoever that is ready to further the education, that wants to have everybody in the society, we are human, everybody in the society has the right to education, unless it's that person's decision not to go to school. At that point you say no, it's your fault, so you don't have to blame me, because I the mother, I the father, us the parents were ready to send you to school to further your education, despite the fact that you're a female or a male, we are ready to send you to school, but you refuse. So at that point it's their cup of tea, it's their trouble. They can't actually blame that on anyone. But it will be a problem where parents start discriminating and saying that, or a country start discriminating and saying that no, because these are females or girl children, they are not going to school, only the male children will be allowed to go to school. Guys, it's very very wrong. Please wipe out that mentality. Guys, wipe it out. Like I said, a woman, there are things a woman can even do better than a man. That's a simple truth. There are things a woman can do better than a man in the society. Women have so much to offer, rather than just, it's not just them getting married, having making babies and ending up in the kitchen cooking, blah blah blah. No, no, no. We already know that this is our responsibility. Women should know, responsible women know that it's your responsibility to take care of your home. No matter what you do, you need to take care of your home. Don't be that career woman that all she does is work, 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 and you forget about your family. I'm not saying that women should go to school and come back and start insulting their husbands. Yes, because that's some of the reasons why some people don't just want to. In some countries, they don't want the male children to go, the female children, sorry, to go to school, because when they go to school, they have this knowledge, they come back and they start insulting their husband, especially if they are more than their husband, or if they are any salary. I'm offending you, Mr. Quetta Bellis. Please forgive me, sir. Forgive me. Check your health and maintain your wealth. Oh my God, I'm checking it. I'm checking it. I'm checking it. Doc, thank you. So, Dr. Tima, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. So, as I was saying, let me just conclude with my own opinion, right? Please, if you have that mentality, please wipe it out. And I'm not saying all the women watching me right now, please don't be that career woman that all you know is what we neglect your family. You neglect your family, neglect your children, and at the end of the day, your husband is even angry why he took you as an illiterate in, and then decided to sponsor you to school, and you have gotten your education, you're not more than him, you're any more than him now. People cannot rest in the house again because you are now any more than your husband, or you have now seen the 4 walls of class 7. People will not drink water again. Guys, don't be that career woman, don't be that kind of woman, please. Yes, we have our right to education, but please also know your position in the society. Also know your responsibility as far as your family is concerned. Know that you need to take care of your children, your husband, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So don't go and have this, because some women, they go to school and they discover that when a woman gives birth, the body changes. Yeah. Then they now start saying that I will not give birth. I have a friend that said she will never give birth because she has a very nice shape, guys, and she said she doesn't want to destroy her shape. This girl, she's doing this girl, I think she just started with her masters. Knowledge, you see what knowledge has caused. So I'm just saying that please let knowledge not let knowledge not be your master. Okay, let knowledge not be your master in such a way that you start having that kind of mentality. You get married and you start telling your husband, honey, I cannot, from the knowledge I've gotten in school, if I give birth, my tummy will be big. But even if your tummy is big, please see go to Viana's beauty channel. Okay, go to Viana's beauty channel. She is going to, like, she has given birth, but she's just okay. Her stomach is as flat as even me that I'm not giving birth. Guys, my stomach is still big, and I look at Sister Viana. Sister Viana, you are not being fair. Oh, Sister Viana, see, this thing you're doing is not fair, because me, after this I'll DM you. My stomach cannot be, I'm not giving birth, my stomach cannot be like this, and your stomach is so flat. Okay, guys, so please, you can always meet Sister Viana to help you out. If you think you have gotten knowledge through education, and your own knowledge is to tell your husband that you not give birth because you destroy your shape, Sister Viana is there. That's purposely, that's her calling. Her calling. She's there. She's there to arrange the woman to go back, like, be the way they used to be before their husband made them. All right, so you just go to our channel and just watch out the videos. Okay, so guys, please, if you have that mentality, please wipe it out. I beg of you, wipe it out. If you have your children, whoever that wants to go to school, male, female, no gender inequality, I beg of you, let them further their education, because you don't know the child that will help you tomorrow. The boy child you think will help you, maybe tomorrow will not even recognize you again as his or her father or mother, but it's that female child that you neglected that would have helped you at old age, but because you neglected, now that the child doesn't even have money, she's not even in any position that can actually help you when you're down. So please, whoever that wants to go to school, let them feel free. Everybody is equal, male or female, no gender inequality. Everybody is human. We have the right to education, male or female. Don't be like the Taliban, because you alone in that family you can be like that Taliban. The Taliban in Pakistan that will say no, no female school. Yeah, you will be. We start calling you Taliban, right? Because you have decided that you want to do what will please you. You wage war because you don't want any female school, and so on and so forth. So please don't be that kind of person. So that is just my message out there is, please, if you are a father, you are a mother, parent, brother, sister, please ensure that whoever in the family or in your country that really wants to go to school, if you're government official or whatsoever, you're in a position, I know that somebody's education is in your hand, please release it. Release that person's education, I beg of you. If somebody's education is in your hand and you're holding it so tight like Japanese handbrake, please guys, please guys, release it. Let that person go to school, because we have the right to education. So guys, thank you so much. We have come to the end of the program. I can't thank you so much for watching. I can't, like, so many people here are so busy, but they created time out of their busy schedule to just follow up with my programs. It's not like I'm better than any other person, but it's just because they wanted to support me and to encourage me that maybe what I'm doing is good. Guys, before I end this program, you know how we do. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please guys, subscribe to this channel. I beg of you, support your girl. Please give me a thumbs up. See, at the end of this program, I'm going to count all the people that attended my program, and if you do not hit that thumb, please guys, like my video. I'll count all the people that attended the program, all the likes, and if YouTube doesn't give me notification that you have liked my video, guys, I will DM you personally, and we will have and we have problem until you like my video. Share my videos, guys, to as many people as possible. Share my videos, like, please hit that like button. I really need it. Stay the comment at the comment section, please. I really need to get your opinion on this, because after this I need to go through the comments and read it out and then reply. So please do me a favor, stay the comment at the comment section, like my video. You are not paying any money to like, guys. You are already here, and I do this for your girl. Just thumbs up, just thumbs up your girl. Okay guys, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for watching my videos, creating time to watch my video. Thank you, Mr. Positive Star. Thank you, Mr. Quetta Bellis, Diana's Beauty, Daddy Pew. Thank you, Papa. You're always so supportive. Thank you. Thank you, my own person, my personal person. Please, so Daddy Pew, I need popcorn. Tomorrow I'm please, I need popcorn. Okay, guys. Without wasting much of your time, thank you, and please do have a blessed day. Okay. Guys, we have come to the end of the program. Okay.